this.
Welcome back to the Perfect RIA Mini Pod. This is Micah Shalansky, your host for today, and I want to talk about adding value in client meetings. I recently wrapped up a surge, and so it's a great time to sit down one-on-one with clients and prospects and to find out what are the best ways that we can help them and add value. And it was great because I made a good mistake in a prospect meeting, and it was really one that I should know better about, but it's so easy to fall into, and it's making assumptions that are there, especially in times of market difficulty. So the prospect had submitted all of their information. The most recent statement I had was, January or so, months old on their TSP account. And when I noticed their TSP account, it was a February statement, I forget what it was. Anyways, beginning of the year, it was like $800,000 and change. And so as usual, I congratulated them on having so much money and being able to save for retirement. And there was a long pause and I realized I had made a mistake, especially because on the statement, the client had stayed the course, right? They were invested in the markets. They hadn't done anything irrational. That was that. They hadn't pulled everything out. And so I was like, you've done a good job. I like your long-term approach, et cetera, et cetera. Then lo and behold, come to find out, they had pulled things out at just about the worst time in March. They had moved things to the G fund, moved things to being more conservative, and lost, around $100,000 and change, and money was still sitting in the G fund that was there. So their $800,000 was now $700,000. Now they feel they can't retire. Good news is it did not affect their eligibility to retirement. They could still retire with the cash flow they want with all the other stuff. But it brings up a great point about making assumptions in client meetings that I need to improve on. We probably all do. That's going to be out there. And one of the things that about adding massive value is not making assumptions where we don't need to. So a better approach would have been great. Thanks so much for updating the statement. Have you made any changes since you've given me this information, right? You don't need to require, at least I'm not going to start requiring statements, from the prior month and whatnot, because the hassle that would be, but just have you made any changes that I should be aware of? And now you can lead into this and now you can find out what they did, because now it took a conversation that was positive. She still saved $700,000 for retirement. Yep, we don't agree with the current mistake or current transactions that she did, right? We want a different approach, but she still did a wonderful job of saving money. That was the positivity that I wanted. Now it was a more negative conversation we had to kind of spin around about what are we going to do. So one of the things I'm going to work on is ask clients if they've made any changes since they've uploaded information, since they've given us, and what do they think about the future? And this is a good setting the stage. We talked about previously guided discoveries, right? This is the process of that guided discovery, is making sure you and the prospect, you and the client are on that same path to make sure you can help answer their questions and achieve success. As we talked about before, while not getting off on tangents, like not talking about political things or anything else like that, isn't because we don't want to express our opinion. It's because we want our place in our meeting room to be associated with positivity. And that is a great reason that we like the guided discovery process, as well as we want to focus on things being positive for our clients. So think about this as you're meeting with clients. What assumptions are you coming into those meetings with that you should be asking? Is there anything new? Is there anything else you want to tell me? What other things that are there that we could be asking to morph more into a guided discovery so you could add more value in that client relationship? Well, that's it for this week. I just thought we'd send out that quick mini pod on some fun lessons learned. And until next time, happy planning.
Hold on before we go. Something that you need to know. This isn't tax, legal, or investment advice. That isn't our intent. Information designed to change lives. Financial planning can make you thrive. Start today, don't think twice. Be a better husband, father, mother, and wife. The